good.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First and 10. Here's Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there at 22.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. But he's got it.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Sean Lee. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. That one goes for 24 yards.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
From the red zone now, Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. throwing the interception. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Norris. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Prescott from the gun. He's got a man. It's Williams. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Scarborough. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
Play fake. Here's Prescott on the move to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. This is Scarborough, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Play action now, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Derek Barnett able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Miller. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the 1st quarter, as that's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
They go play action here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Gonna look. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start things on first down with Bo Scarborough. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Prescott now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Norris. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Prescott now on second down. Oh, he stays up. Fights off the defender. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Oh, what a
Philadelphia
kick.
getting set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff to Miller. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask.
What the fuck?
Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
That's 2 of them. Ridiculous.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Here's Wentz to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now, the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Now Wentz. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the
I'm playing my football game,
what
babe.
do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
So Prescott
About halfway done. What's up?
with a 1st and 10 at their 38. Now a carry for the big fella. This is Jameis Olawale. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
They run. This is Scarborough. Oh, he knocks him over. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw first. Looking for his tight end
Fucking
and
that
it's
too late.
intercepted. Picked
God
up by
damn
Ronald
it.
Darby. 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back.
Hold on 1 second there. Hey, hold on, man. I'll be right back. I have to tell my wife. Alright, I'm back, dude. Sorry. Kind of got an emergency there. My wife's Instant Pot, like, boiled over. And shit was going everywhere. Thank you for pausing the game.
The field and following the pick six, and they have decent field position and throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
46.
Drive starts on the ground with Scarborough. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to be up around the 45-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10. And in this case, they did it really successfully.
I don't care. Don't even come and talk to me about what he did. I don't care. Don't play with him.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
46.
Second down, Prescott. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On third down, it's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
On the ball.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a give to Miller. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now Wentz on third down. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Malik Collins. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Returnable here from the 38. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this two shall pass, this two shall pass, and if Bobby kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Throwing, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes.
Force, and then I get sacked outside the
Eagles going to take
fucking
the first of their
God
timeouts.
Damn it.
As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt.
Get it with the win.
Out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Of course you catch the ball. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And it's no good. Elliott pulled
The wind was in your
so
face.
we have reached halftime with a
That was going to be a
touchdown.
rough
That's
kick.
the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll start off with a give to Scarborough across the 30 to the 31-yard line. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they're here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They try again with Scarborough. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. Oh, and that is caught.
Yes!
Touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Oh, fucking AIDS.
He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
This is my fucking luck, man.
So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes.
Fucking win, man. I don't fucking can't
And a
handle
fair
it.
catch signaled for and taken
I
successfully.
think last time we played,
So
we
here are
fucking
the
had
Eagles now as they get set for their first
fucking
possession of
crazy
the
weather,
second
too.
half. Yeah, they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time where they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no
One
doubt
more
about
quarter?
it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, it's really a chip shot, right?
It's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller.
Okay,
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a
That'd be
full
even
3
cooler.
yards, and now it's second down.
10 minutes. It's not very long. Hey, and then if you get your 1, 2, 3s, you get that PSP game, remember? Alright.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
And 5-7.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete here. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL...
Yeah, you don't have to do the ones, buddy, if you think you got your ones down.
This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball.
You think you got your ones.
Where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Charles Tapper in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 46. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. On the carry, it's Olawale. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away.
Yeah, give me a 5 times. Give me a 1. Give me one.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
Deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What you're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
45.
Wentz now on 1st down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
What will be next? 30. Correct. Good job.
Wentz now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Give me 5 times 11.
They'll run with Miller. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them.
Outside in Monstar on the passenger side of where I sit, right down here low, there's some flashcards. I want you to go get them.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Wentz throwing on second down.
Oh my God,
This is
you're
Hurts
ball
with it,
out
right
there.
side.
Was there?
And a 42-yard line here, brought down there.
Okay.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4
Go get
tries.
dressed, boy.
They're looking at third in the nose of the football. On the gun, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Get him. All right, you know how those work? Yeah, those white ones, you don't need those ones.
Huh?
Here, hold on, I'll help you.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete.
I'm not done.
And
Come
he's
on,
corralled, but not
Yeah,
before
those are
getting
the-
it inside the 35.
Please.
An Eagle
They've got
first
that.
down.
Thanks.
Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control.
Say him out loud,
And
okay,
you're
so I can
exactly
hear you.
right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers.
No, the
in today's
answers are on the
NFL.
backside, buddy. But
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Prescott. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Norris. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Prescott trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play there on 3rd down. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
No, that's not what I wanted to do. Damn it.
First down, Prescott. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert.
He ran backwards.
He will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Prescott off play action. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Timmy Jernigan forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And this kick is not gonna get there. It's short and no good. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Ram.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Waiting.
Miller. And some room to maneuver. And they'll be inside the 35 inside now at the 34-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Here we go. 180.
Wentz now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
I need 3 more. 3 more. No.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up.
Son,
It's complete.
I'll
He'll take it into the end zone
What do you
for
want
an
to do?
Eagles touchdown.
Get your things up and pick them up. That's not where they're going, Callie.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
Go ask your mom one last time if she needs anything. If not, I'm okay with you playing.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And now running right through it. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
A first down throw for Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And that'll bring up second down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here you go. Here we go, 46. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Michael Bannon able to drop him for a loss of a couple. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Throw left side complete. It's Norris. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Field goal 46. Go, get out there, get out there.
Prescott from the gun. He's airing it out for Williams. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Again, it's Miller. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So here we go, Charles. 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And they'll run it here. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Back to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Derek Barnett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Mike Bennett in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Oh, defense afterwards. Oh, man.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is
3
now they've
face
got a
masks this
first
game.
and 10.
That's something different.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast?